Maseches Eruvin daf pei gimel. In the sugya before daf pei beis, and beis the Gemara says the Miarev Adam aydei bnei bidei ktanim aydei avdoi v'shivchosei aknanim bein l'daitom bein shloi l'daitom. It's interesting machlokes chazin ish and Mishnah Brura in the havon of this halacha. The Mishnah Brura says that he has to be mezakeh or eiruv to all of his bnei bidei ktanim. However, the Chazon Ish holds not like that. You don't need a zikui in the eiruv to the bnei bidei ktanim avdei shivchasei knanim. The fact that the av could make an eiruv even against the will of the ktanim, against the will of the avodim knanim, so you see that the father is in total control of making the eiruv. He's the Miarev, so therefore you don't need to be mezakeh the eiruv to the children and the avodim. In the ikar havon of this halacha, that the father can be Miarev against the will of the children, and it's mavur in the Rishonim, even if the child is moichel, he doesn't want the eiruv. There's two mahalchim in the Rishonim. The Rosh over here says that even on a ben that's not simach al shulchan aviv, the father can make an eiruv, and he explains because since the halacha is you can only be ma'ariv for dvar mitzvah, so eiruv techumin is a mitzvah, and it's ramye on the father the chinuch of his bnoi or bitoi, so therefore you can ma'ariv against the son's will. The Rosh brings a raya that the father can make an eiruv because of chinuch, even if the son is not seimach al shulchan aviv, because the same way you find av mader is b'noi b'nozis, so therefore hu adin is rami on the chinuch of eiruv. However, the chedushim miri is mashma, the nekuda is because yodei ki yodoi, and he's in the children are in the shus of the father, so therefore he's in total control of deciding where the eiruv should be. In this Indian, there's many ha'oris and achroinim. The Marsham and Das Torah, it says an interesting point that you see from the Rosh. You see that it's a chiv chinuch is not only on the son, even on the daughter, because the Gemara is saying Av can make a eiruv for his son and his daughters. You see, according to the Rosh, that it's because of chinuch. Obviously, the chiv chinuch is even on the daughter. So here in the Magen Avraham discusses that perhaps on the daughter there's no chiv chinuch. Yesh la'ayin, according to the chiddush that we said, according to Aruch HaShulchan, in Brachas Daf Nun Gimel, that by your daughter there's only a chiyuv lahadrichoi al derech yishara, but not a mitzvah mamish. So it could be that's enough to ma'ariv l'dmar mitzvah on this bitoi, because it's rami on a chiyuv chinuch on bitoi lahadricha al derech yishara. In Iker Divrei HaRosh, Ayin the Chikrei Leiv, they asked a tremendous kasha on the Rosh. Why is the Rosh bringing a raya that there's a chiyuv chinuch on the father from Av Mades Bnei B'nozeh? That's machlokes the Gemara B'chayichan and Reish Lakish. If Av Mades Bnei B'nozeh because of chinuch, and why did the Rosh bring a raya for Midi Detalya Beplukta? So he explains that there's a strong makom to say that there's no chiyuv chinuch in such a situation, like eiruv techumin, dvar mitzvah, ve'evel, and mishte, that it's not a specific chiyuv gomer on the person to go to beis mishte, beis oval. Could be the mitzvah chinuch is only on a chiyuv gomer that has a specific shiur, like matzah. However, Beis HaEvel and Beis HaMishta, there's no clear chiyuv, so maybe there's no chiyuv chinuch on that. On that, the Rosh is bringing a raya from the fact that Av Mades Bnei B'nozeh, there's a chiyuv chinuch, even though there's no chiyuv, even a mitzvah that's not a chiyuv mamish, there's still a mitzvah chinuch. You could answer the Rosh in a different mahalach, that be'emes over here, the chiyuv chinuch by Av that's making a eiruv techumin is cholok be'ikei yisoidam from the chiyuv chinuch on the regular mitzvah, because over here the Gemara is being mechadish that the father can make a chalois eiruv against the will of his son, which is cholok tuvan in the regular chiyuv chinuch. Regular chiyuv chinuch, the father is mechuyev to make sure his son puts on tefillin, eats matzah, it's around on him an obligation to make sure his son does a mitzvah. Over here, the father is making a chalois eiruv. Where do you see that the father can make a chalois eiruv, could make a chalois on the son, on that ring of raya from Ab Mades B'nai Benazir, that you see that the father can make a chalois b'shvil b'nai. And we can be moisef according to Eruvin in Sukkah Seifesim in Aleph that says a chiddush that the gather of chiyuv chinuch is not only that the father is responsible to make sure the son does the mitzvah. Chazal made it that the father is the bailim on the mitzvahs of his son, and he is nenesh on it. The father opinion ben it's be'emes the son's chiyuv, but the father has the chiyuv. He's like the bailim on the son's chiyuv. He brings a raya from the fact that we find that the father has to make a tainus for the son on Erev Pesach. So he's a bailim on the son's din, so that's why he can be maded by benazir, and he can make a chalais nazir. So who did over here? He can make the chalais erev. It's tzarachin because how does it work by a daughter? It's mashma that by daughters also like that, and that Av can't be maded bita. It's mesuyim de kasvara by nazirus. It's not mashma like that, and Eruvin like that. It's tzarachin. Another order is, although im arvin var mitzvah, the cheftz of the chalais eiruv is not a mitzvah. It's a tzarich mitzvah, but it's not a cheftz of a mitzvah. How can you learn that out? Ein da goyis simchas is a broidish zechoyn levracha on the Meiri that asks how could the father make the eiruv b'shvil b'nai, and he says the reason is because the whole din shvisa of B'nai that's not mechuyev in mitzvahs is only midrabanan. So therefore, heim amru that the father could make the eiruv b'shvil B'nai v'ayin shah. Waiting for the other Mishnah on Pei Gimel and Beis says that the shiur of eiruv techumin is a mozen l'chol echad ve'echad. The Mefarshim ask a tremendous kasha. Why is it the eiruv techumin needs a shiur suda l'chol echad ve'echad? Each person of the eiruv techumin needs a shiur of shtei sudas. Why is it different? The eiruv chatzeirot that's enough for one shiur suda for all of them. So the Taz says the answer to this kasha is the eiruv chatzeirot is because they aser on one another. So therefore the eiruv is shaykh adodi is because Reuven's asering on Shimon. So therefore it's enough for shiur eiruv, one for all of them. However, eiruv techumin is independent chalois for each one separately, so therefore they need a shiur suda l'chol echad ve'echad. I in the Chedush Miri that says similar to the Taz, and he says the eiruv chatzeirot is eruvi ba'alma, mashenkin eruvi techumin is mikni v'shusa, so therefore we need the suda l'chol echad ve'echad. I in the Levush that says a different mahalach, that by Erev Chatzeirot, since it's Miarev that you shouldn't be over is a Shabbos, therefore a kilu chazal to have one shiur suda for chulam. However, Erev techumin that's only for a mitzvah, it's not for isser. So therefore, lo kilu chazal the a shiur of suda echad should go to kulam. El Yerabba asked that tzorich in on the Levush, the Tosis in Shabbos, Daf Lamed Daled says a svara, the opposite of the Levush, and he says the reason why Erev techumin you don't need dafka pas is because since Eim Arvin El Dvar Mitzvah, so therefore he kilu chazal that you don't need pas. It's a tzorich in gadol on the Levush. It's svara, the opposite of the Levush in Tosis. Tzorich in the ikar akasha of the Levush and the Taz, because there's a tremendous difference between Erev Chatzeirot and Erev techumin. Erev Chatzeirot, if there's many people in the Chatz that are making an Erev together, it's one mitzvah, it's one joint chalois Erev Chatzeirot. So therefore, it's pasha that you need one shiur suda l'kulam. Masha'enkein Erev techumin. Erev techumin, each person is making his own Erev techumin. It happens to be they made a shliach to do it together, but each person has his own individual Erev. So what's the shaykhs one to another? It could be that's what the Taz means, but tzarich in the arichas advarim. I found B'siyat D'Shmai this kasha in the Sefer Mincha Shleima, and he proves that although Erev techumin is independent chalois for each person individually, it's possible to make a joint Erev techumin, and that will make it the chalois will be to all of them together. He brings a right from the fact that the Mishnah says Kates and Mishtatinus Mashma, there's a chalois shituf l'gabi Erev techumin, there's a connection, and the Rambam says that when you're making Erev techumin for many people, it has to be b'kli echad. The Mekevas Mishnah says, because without that, it'd be like cholik eiruv. With tzarchim, what's the connection? You're making an eiruv for many people. It's mashma, when you join it together, it's one eiruv for everybody. With tzarchim, oid bezeh, va'ayin sham ba'erichis bezeh.